All right, good afternoon, guys. Let me just throw this out there real quick. All right, the way you're going, people are not happy. You think you guys go to church, the same church? Oh, we're family members, my best friends, my bestie. Nothing. You pass through a lot of stuff in your life. You have suffered a lot in your life. You see, this time that you're actually now getting a kind of a little break and you are enjoying a little bit, they become very jealous of you and they are angry. And the moment you see all of these bad belly people, they just want to bring you down. They will talk bad about you outside. They tell your secret to people. They just want to make you miserable just like them. All right? Now only you could stop it by keeping your secret to yourself. Don't share anything with people because see, they'll be listening. They will say, hey ya. What for ya wearing here? Okay? And I just want to let you know this. You are not going down. It doesn't matter what they are doing, their plan whatsoever. They will be the one to suffer. Whatever it is that they are planning against you is going to come on their head. Gbogbo ẹni tó bá ní títí ẹ ò ní dá, àwọn ló máa jèrè iṣẹ́ ọwọ́ wọn, iṣẹ́ ẹbí wọn, kòtò tó bá gbé fún ẹ.
Words of wisdom coming from AY. I know it's no longer news that AY's 20 years of marriage has finally ended. He personally came on his Instagram page to write a long epistle telling us that Mabel has moved on with her life. But there is something I deduced from all those things that he wrote, that the loudest person might not even be the bully, while the quiet person might not be the victim. It might be the other way around, but nobody can say because nobody on social media was there in the marriage between you and Mabel. So if you decide to move on, that is your decision. You don't need to come out to tell people on social media because your marriage is far better than their own. I see people already making comparison that AY's marriage crashed not because of infidelity, but Yu's marriage crashed because of infidelity. And it actually brought us back to the game on the table that when Yu's marriage was still shaking, they were still trying to see, is there a way they can come together? AY appeared on the scene, picked up Mary. In his mind, he was helping Mary. He was trying to showcase Mary to the world and he was flying Mary all around, forgetting the fact that Yu was hurt because Mary was still Yu's wife. You were trying to showcase Mary to the world. You were trying to tell her that you have potentials in you that you can harness and harvest. But you forgot to think that this thing I am doing, what about Mary's husband? Because that time they were not even talking about divorce. It was just like people are saying he got another person pregnant, he picked the second wife. And that is the point where people pick side and you became an object of ridicule. But after everything done on AY, he moved himself away from Mary on social media and he went on to stay with his family. But a lot has gone wrong because when he was doing that, someone somewhere was just looking at him and making his own plans on how he was going to strike to take AY's wife, to let him to see that thing you were doing to Yu's wife and you was in pain. Let me do the same thing to you and see how you are going to be in pain. But do we need to repay evil with evil? No. We always want to repay evil with good. But AY, I want to tell you something. You have got for yourself the best wife ever. Mabel was there when you had nothing. You guys grew together. You built your fortune together to show you that this was a woman that believed in you when you had nothing. And by the time everything came up, you guys started having problems. Infidelity, bully, abandonment, assault, name it. Because anytime there is a misunderstanding, you will be hearing a lot of accusations and counter accusations. It is only the person you are hearing his or her voice that we are going to take into consideration. But I love your wife. That is why I call her Queen Mabel, because she has not come online to tell you that God is going to judge you. She has not come online to tell people all those things that she encountered while in marriage. We have not heard it from any blogger. That shows she's not even talking to anyone. That tells you your wife is full of wisdom. This is the kind of a woman that every man must be praying for. Not because she's going through separation from a marriage, it's because she has handled this separation with wisdom and maturity. And that is the kind of person we are going to applaud. You remember I said something that when this case will come on social media, that I am going to take side and I'm going to side Mabel. I am not siding Mabel. I'm just saying Mabel is a good woman that had endured a lot of things with you. But if you decide to move on with her life, I will not judge her and I will not judge you AY, because Ushonye Adianjo. See, that thing you conceive in your mind, it might not be wrong to you. It might still be wrong to someone else. But I want you to move on with your life AY. Focus on your children, co-parent in peace, and maybe somehow, someday, you guys will still come together. Because as long as nobody has come online to insult you, to lay curses on you, or to insult your wife and lay curses on her, you guys can still mend your differences and come back for the sake of your children. Remember, we don't want your wife to use your girl against you. We don't want her to use any of your children to taunt you. Maybe they will sleep and wake up tomorrow and yank off your name from their name. We don't want that. It is only a mother that does not even realize that you are ruining the life of your kids when you encourage your child to remove her father's name. Even if you have the biggest problem with this man, we don't want it to get to that. That is why well-meaning Nigerians are rallying around you to make sure that your mental status is stable and Mabel's mental status is stable. We don't want to see Mabel being taken all over social media by a man. I know she's so wise, she's not going to do that, because we all learn from people's mistakes. A lot of men learned from AY's mistake, and women are now learning from Mabel. If you are in a marriage and you feel like you don't want to stay in this marriage, quietly leave. Don't create a scene to the point that your husband will be an object of ridicule. No, don't create that scene. Quietly leave that marriage with the reason of your leaving the marriage in your heart. We don't need to hear it on social media. And when you will decide to go for divorce, don't even bring it on social media. There are some lawyers you need to use. Don't use all these lawyers that will post all your court cases on social media for people to see. AY, please learn from people's mistakes. And that is why I'm bringing all these things to you. But in all, you are a very good man. You are a man with a kind heart. You have helped a lot of people, especially my brother, Onyeme Market. Even if it's just that guy, that is the reason why I like you. But I will not take away the fact that you ruined you's marriage by picking up Mary. But we are forgiving you. You has forgiven you. We are praying that you will have a heart to move on and take care of your children. But we'll keep praying for you that very soon you guys are still going to come together. Because in your language they say, Aremaja kun osi, ajamare ni osuwon. You guys can still come together. Wisdom, it might look simple, but when you take it to your heart and practice it, it is very profitable.